Strategies to reduce crime in neighborhoods. Crime defines as any illegal conduct forbidden by a country's government or by the laws of that country. Federal law defines crimes as those that cause harm to society or the nation. We all wish to live in a safe environment with our loved ones, in our house, and in our community. You have the power to improve the safety of your area. The place where you live has no bearing on anything. Programs in your area may also assist you and your neighbors in maintaining the security of your community. If you want to use strategies to reduce crime in neighborhoods to make your house or business safer, the ideal approach is to imagine that you are the one who committed the crime. Decide which areas need work and focus on strengthening those that are fragile or hidden. We must take a proactive approach to crime prevention that is both creative and successful. It appears that the majority of communities spend more money responding to newsworthy incidents than they do on proactive crime prevention. The core causes of illicit activity cannot address simply by putting in more surveillance cameras, forming neighborhood watch groups, upgrading street lighting, hiring private security, or increasing the number of police officers. How to reduce crimes. Crime prevention programs that are both active and successful reduce crime and save lives, but they also lighten the load on police officers and detectives and provide them the chance to interact with the public in a good way. There is nearly always a community outreach or education component in crime prevention programs to foster healthy relationships between police and the various neighborhood community groups. Know your neighbors and your surroundings. During the past few weeks and months, we've been more aware than ever of the importance of assisting and supporting our neighbors, neighborhood, friends, and family. Become acquainted with your neighbors and discuss how the two of us can cooperate to keep an eye out for anything unusual. The safer your community is, the more people there are keeping an eye on things. To put an end to rumors and exaggerated information that raises fear and mistrust in your community, acquire the truth about crime in your area and talk to your neighbors. Become familiar with the signs of suspicious behavior. Recognizing suspicious activities isn't always straightforward. A frequent scam is to pose as a representative from a utility or other such firm and visit your home. They go door to door, asking permission to enter people's homes to perform maintenance or provide a service to learn more about a community or identify potential targets' dwellings. Don't be afraid to go for it. Even if you're unsure what's going on, it's best to let the police handle the situation themselves. You may be able to thwart acts of violence or theft by stepping forward. A person apprehended by the police while breaking into a house or stealing something is often a co-conspirator in further crimes. Using up an officer's time is not a concern. The new data will help law enforcement and security officials spot trends and plan patrols based on where and when they deploy. Crime prevention strategies. How can we prevent crime in our community? This question is asked by many people who are not aware of community programs. A society's response to crime must consider both the social and economic aspects of the issue. Preventing crime. What you can do. When it comes to crime prevention, it's easy for residents to forget about getting involved because the government and local law enforcement are in charge. How can I assist prevent crime in my neighborhood? Please take a look at these 3 brief recommendations for residents who want to help keep their neighborhood safe. Participate. This is the essential element to consider. As a result of residents actively participating in community crime prevention activities, local law enforcement has additional eyes on the street and a force multiplier. Democracy in action is an essential aspect of helping to keep the roads safe. Your involvement in local government impacts the community, but it also influences you as a resident. Promote. The government and law enforcement should market to the public. To help spread the word and educate others in your neighborhood, promote their organizations and events. Look for local government-led community improvement programs and activities and support these principles. Encourage strong family values since excellent character begins at home. Promote your legislation and serve as a role model for others to emulate. Protect. Be a defender of the law, not just a bystander. Community policing can assist in reducing crime. Community policing, albeit misunderstood, simply means actively participating in the prevention of crime by abiding by the law and not meddling with local authorities. Assist in preventing criminal activity like violence, vandalism, and other bothersome offenses by promoting your local laws and government. We can stop violence by doing these things. Assemble a neighborhood patrol or a neighborhood watch group and work with the police to make it happen. Ensure that your streets and residences are well lit before going out at night. Form collaboration with the police and put more effort into preventing problems than responding to emergencies. Allow your neighbors to come forward with information on criminal activities without fear of retaliation. Solicit the assistance of local law enforcement in devising new strategies for removing criminals from your home or community. Examples include enforcing noise restrictions, housing codes, health and fire code requirements, anti-nuisance laws, and drug-free sections in rental agreements. Establish drug-free zones in schools with the help of parents and students. Use recreation officials to make the same improvements in parks by working together, such as marches and rallies. Demonstrations of your dedication to the fight against crime and drugs. Make your neighborhood a better place to live. Include all age groups, teenagers, children, and the elderly. If you're a thief, your surroundings indicate criminals that you don't give a damn about your surroundings or each other. Ask for help cleaning up by contacting your local public works department. Offer structured recreation, tutoring, part-time jobs, and volunteer opportunities to the entire neighborhood's youth to help them spend their free time productively. Put together a phone book of local groups that can help neighbors with therapy, job training, and mentoring. Participation of the community and prevention of crime. In several ways, research demonstrates that community involvement is critical in preventing crime in your community. Shared responsibility. Keeping our neighborhoods safe is a shared duty that everyone must do their part to fulfill. With public alerting, we can be proactive to suspicious or criminal activity and to help us limit the likelihood of illegal activity occurring in the first place. Consider some of the most crucial and straightforward things you can take to help to stop crime in your neighborhood. Increase awareness. Increasing your awareness of your surroundings is probably the most crucial part of crime prevention. When it comes to knowing what's usual in your community, you're the go-to person. Attend local events and volunteer with the neighborhood association or with a program like a neighborhood watch. Even though you're far from home and familiar surroundings, keep your awareness up. Never assume a place is secure, or limit the number of distractions you allow yourself. Organizing at the local level. Communities that engage in grassroots organizing build social and political power to address issues in the community. According to the evidence, essential to attempts to prevent gun and youth violence, the interaction between individuals, a state of collective efficacy, or a desire to intervene for the common good, can develop when people in a community have excellent relationships with one another. According to one study, crime is lower in areas where people are more eager to step in and help, even after accounting for other factors like poverty and how long individuals have lived in the neighborhood. Governmental power derived from the people. According to a review of case studies, the knowledge of the community can aid government efforts to address the root causes of violence. According to national research, youth violence is less common in cities where public safety coordinates with the community. Conclusion. If you want to reduce crimes around your surroundings, then become acquainted with your neighbors and be on the lookout for any unusual conduct that could impact you in your neighborhood. Set up a contingency plan and determine what steps you will take in the event of an emergency. Preventive actions and following home security guidelines will help to keep your house safe. Keep criminals at bay by keeping an eye on your neighborhood's daily routines and reporting any strange conduct to the police. Learn about local safety issues and how you may get involved. Make a list of risky activities and places in your community. For more information about strategies to reduce crime in neighborhoods, visit our website at communitywatchpaper.org.